adjusting, see if everything's good. Alright. Yeah, it's weird because now I've done a little test to see, like, well, at least last week I tried to, welcome guys. Last week I trialed out to see whether or not you can, would it work or would it be best to try and do the social medias like 5 minutes or whatever, a little bit earlier than posting on YouTube. We're actually going live, so pre-live, seeing if I can get it to be social media out, or just share it around, I guess 5 minutes. So that seemed to work out. Might try doing that more. But welcome guys, at least you get some more time to, like, you know, don't like immediately like start like doing the stream and then I get you guys bundled up. So yeah, let's see, mic looks on. I did mess up the little mic. Well, I guess it's a little bit larger than my lapel mic. I did mess up the mic a little bit, so I don't know if it's gonna be a little bit louder or quieter. But let me know. I can adjust that now before we get too far into this. Let's see though. Sarah, who do you think? Who are you talking to? But looks like we're good. Yeah. So I just wanted to make sure that I was okay, and I don't know. I don't know. I guess my main concern with not the counter argument to not posting sharing YouTube links like before it started would just be, the only thing I was scared of was that if YouTube link broke, because that happened a couple times, that it would become you know, a dead link, and then I'd be sharing that to how many people, you know, 5 people, and then those 5 people will be like, hey, it doesn't work, and I'd have to assess that, and that'd be another issue as well on top of the stream already being dead. So that's why I'm against it. But so it's a little cautionary to try and do it, but I'm just gonna keep doing that until it breaks next time. It looks like we're good. Alrighty, let you guys come on in. Alrighty, because this should be fun. It should be not super different from last time, but yeah, you can already see like what we got here. Let's see. Did I start it a little bit weird? Maybe I just might have already automatically did it weird. When it started to ingest, probably got weird. Okay. Well, we're here now. I'm talking to you guys in the 5 seconds ago present. Hi guys. Yeah, I should wave to you guys. Welcome. Hi guys. I got rid of my shamrock because it's a little bit out of season, but Bowtie's still here, so yeah. Welcome guys. Let's see. Okay. Yes, last time we worked on Orisa. And I cleaned up her, I think just very, very smallly, minimally. Ooh, okay. I think I only, like, can't even remember. I think I changed some small, like, tapering, which not too many people even knows what that means, or even would be able to recognize or appreciate that, so whoops. Anyway, I did some tapering, I think, with the eyes, and I think some of the ones that go into, like, a point. So it becomes like a triangle point. Because I think before it was like a rectangle, like 90-degree block end. So this goes into like a 1-point triangle shape. So I did that with the, well, you can see some eyeballs in the, I think whatever these are. I don't think I changed her too much. I don't know if I changed the background either. But yep. So making sure we're all clear on what has transpired in between streams. But here we are. Let me know if this sounds right, because I know, like, sometimes I like to replay them. I like to watch my streams over, and might be like 40-50 minutes before someone will say that the levels are really low, and it's like, you could have told me that earlier. So yeah, let me know if everything techie is good. Alrighty, just want to make sure. Okie dokie. So this time, this is the bonus one, just because we already did 6, and the original meme or whatever, original post was to do 6. So I'm doing a bonus 7, and I'm going to do an 8 for next time. For another time. So at least for right now, we're going to do, I guess, bottom one here. So I know that this will be, I'll just get it going. So this will be Applejack. And the person who posted it requested Applejack. And then their whole thing was that they also, that would also be really cool. Would also be Applejack. So, is it capital J? Is it 2 space? I don't even know. Anyway, it's going to be Applejack and Applejack. So we're going to do 2 Applejacks today. We'll see how that goes. Boop. Oh boy. So yeah, probably shouldn't delay too much longer because this might be a bit. I haven't used Toon Boom today. I was using Flash. And actually I used a whole bunch of different programs today. Little J. I used Audition. No, I didn't. What is it? What's the Adobe one called? Audition. And, oh, I did both of them. Audition, do some voice stuff for Midnight Mirrors to get some lines a little better for new scenes. And I did Premiere to get that into a video. So then I used Flash and Blender for animation. So, oops, I can't have both of them. What is this actually? Is this the P? No, that's the regular. This one needs to be AJ P. There we go. Okay. Yep. So we're gonna be figured out what kind of Applejacks these should be. So if you have any more suggestions, I'll be open to that. Let's see. Yeah, I was thinking that we can just I can work on one of them, be a G4, and then should be like looking at the other one, and then we'll figure out what the other one is, and that'll be the fun part. Hopefully. So yeah, I like your suggestions would be to suggest a way of different styles or different variations of what an Applejack could be, like the whatever G1 and G4. So that's perfect. AJ, went forward. So yeah, I'm doing it for you guys, where it's gotta be I'm just putting this on myself to try and do this as difficult as possible, I guess. Let's see. Applejack. Well, I think it's Applejacks. Yes. There's the drink. There's the cereal. Somehow Hasbro trademarked it. I'm not sure how. Everything else. Okie dokie. There we go. Get my reference. I'm pulling it up on Google Images. There we go. Okay. I am ready to go. Alright. Let's see. Get enough space so I can do this. So I have enough space to draw. So you guys can see. Okie dokie. Sketch. Time of first Applejack is gonna be regular Applejack, and then should be looking at the weirder one. So we'll have to figure out what that'll be. So yeah, probably saying that over and over, but keep suggesting different styles or different variations of what Applejack can mean. What does Applejack mean to you guys? Think of it like that, maybe. As I, at least for a while, try to figure out how Toon Boom works. Yep. There we go. Okay, so the thing is, I want it to be... Oh, I forgot to add the cutter. That's why. So yeah, there's no... There should be a line coming into this box, but there isn't. So let's add it real quick. So it should be the color line, which I know is this one. Boop. There we go. Might have saw it on that side that it got cut. Haha. Okay, cool. Everything's coming up. Okay. A lot of this is just trying to make sure everything's aligned, and then we're ready to go. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have her like be like side view here. Let's make the brush a little smaller. Okay, cool. And then she'll be looking at the other one, which will be whatever this is over here. Get these lined up. Like so. There we go. Okay. Welcome, Little Shy. We're going to figure out what the mystery one is. So, I can't write. Comment. Ooh. Oop, boop, boop. With some kind of applejack. So this will be G4. And then this will be a mystery one. My initial one was just going to be like a changeling version. By that, well, maybe that could be... It's interesting, but I'm not sure if it's super interesting, you know. That it's like, oh, it could be literally anything. So that in the vein of being in live stream, you guys can help me here. Figured that out. And I'll try to figure out how to draw. How to draw a horse. It's a little tricky, but you get used to it. I love being able to have each line as a separate object is so powerful. It really is. Because with Flash, it like blends them all to like together as like one like solid. So it's like gets really annoying. Okie dokie. Let's see. Bap, bap, bap. Watch Derpy fishing because my feet. Awesome. I love Derpy fishing. It had a weird ending. I don't think everyone like understood it, so I don't know. That's my fault. But yeah, it's just based on the. I don't even know. Let's get a scared expression. Like, whoa. A little cheek. And then a little, like, ha. Boop, boop, boop. That's Applejack. Can I get the freckles? Here we go. Give Apple. Somebody some Megan showed up in one of the Ikachi specials. Oh, really? That's incredible. I kind of fell out of Crusher Girls. After like the main movies were done. Like after like the camp one, I don't think I really watched any of the other ones. Which I've definitely heard that they're really good, so it's a shame that I wasn't there for it. Applejack. Jack. Let's see. I'm using a reference, so don't mind me, because I would definitely mess this up so hard by now. Let's see. So I'm just kind of just looking at the base couple shapes, and I'm just apparently just learn how to like look at an image and then kind of figure out what's the building block shapes of them. You know, the circle, square, and triangle of it, and say like, oh, this is circle plus a square, but it's like bent, and then you do that kind of a shape. So, not really thinking of it as like a legit like shape, but just like the building blocks of it, and then kind of going from there as an art tip, I suppose. Art tip would be that. Good to get some form before you add weird stuff into it, but anyway. Let's see, so whop, There you go. Hop. This is kind of goes down and kind of goes over there, and it becomes the brim that kind of goes down like that. Hello, Ben. How you doing? And then this goes up. Hip. Hip. Square. Square off. And there you go. Hat. Could be higher up. Let's see if we can collect all these lines here. See where I miss them and then move them. There we go. Okay. That's a basic Applejack. Let's see. Let's just make these real small. There you go. Now we'll know what my scale is. That's good. Nice hat. Thank you. Let's move that up. Okay. So either I can make this Applejack really good, or I can figure out what you guys would like. I guess I think the only thing I saw was G1, and they were like, yeah. G1. Okay. G3. It's the best one to do, but that just works. Let's see. We can go for G1. I'm okay with that. Apple with her face. Ooh. Yeah, by second, I was thinking like of two different things, because then I was like, wait a minute, this could be like a whole bunch of different things after I thought of the two. That can either be, my first was that it could be a changeling, or a pony life version. So, I think G1 is pretty good. I haven't really drawn in that style ever. So let's see. Ooh, that's fun. Oh, Jesus, silly horse. Cartoon, because I was getting the toys. Okay. Let's keep adding more descriptors. There we go. Yeah, they have more actual horse heads. Like their facial shapes are much more horsey. At least their snout is like more really defined, you know, more than usual. More than like G4. Let's see. Bap, bap, bap. These are more like, not like CalArts style, because definitely Pony Life is a very CalArts, but oop, that's my rotate button. But G4 is that more cartoony style, or more modern style, I suppose. Let's just start with the basics. Get a good circle. Get a good circle. And if we don't like it, squish it. Okay, how we doing? You got it, little shy. Let's see. How many we haven't devoted to it yet. We could do like Apple Astro Pony. What do we think? Do we want G1 Pony, or do we want Apple Horse? Like an actual, make an Apple version of her, you know? And then whatever kind of face we want on her, you know? I should kind of like this. That's why she's more like scared, is like, what is this? Howdy. How's that? Wolf Rapple. I'm actually kind of in favor of that too. I could executive order of all this, so I'm gonna have, I think that'd be more interesting actually. So I don't know. Then we'll kind of get the same kind of like joke that the Pinky clone joke of having one of them going like face like this, and then their face turns into like a G1 face. I think having her actually be weird apple face. It would be kind of more scary. I'm looking at other stuff. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's do it. Alright. That's my sketch. Now I'm gonna really do what does apple look like? So get a little bite shape at the bottom, and then it kind of wraps around, I guess. I think I made it upside down. Let's make this the butt, and then, yeah, I made this upside down. Boop, haha. Let's see, it's more like a tooth kind of a shape I got here. Like a cartoon tooth. Alright. So stem. And then, ooh, maybe we can make that leaf, make that into like the shape of her mane. So how do we do that? We want it to maybe be here, and it will curve out, and it will curve in. Maybe something, have to figure out what this shape is. That there. And then this can like kind of go behind maybe. Or maybe not. Just be a nice leaf to there. And then how much of I'll have to figure out the layout of that. I'm just having fun with this now. I just want to be more serious with like the not pony ones so I can have more fun with these ones. Hopefully that's okay. Horse mouth. Teeth are scary. You always gotta add teeth to make it scary. Boop boop boop. Boop boop boop. Doot doot doot. It's like Bob Ross. Gotta use sound effects. Big eyeball. Get that pretty good. Alrighty. Well, it's not super horrifying. I'm not sure. There we go. Probably make this a little larger. There we go. Oh, this could have like a bite out of it maybe. So this can have some kind of whoop shape like that. Hip, cheek. Actually, the cheeks would then be where these go. At least that's how SpongeBob works, right? Then you want to have these. Okay. Well, there we go. Kind of play with these a little bit, and there we go. We got our got our sketch. Shrink them. Make this a little smaller. Laying it out on here on the right or on the left. I'm left-right dyslexic. Don't you worry. They should be kind of looking at each other. She's freaking out like, what kind of apple is this? Oh yeah, she doesn't know. Cool. Okay. Hello, Ren. Welcome. Oh dear. Okay. Well, here we are. Let's get to vectoring. I think this is good enough to vector. I don't know if there's any like hard rules for that, if I like whether or not to just start vectoring or make another sketch out of this. Especially with the other times I just kind of went ahead with just making, I guess those were characters that I wasn't familiar with. Not familiar with these characters, but with Applejack, but I don't feel confident enough to just start plugging away here. Let's see. Pretty good. Yeah, I'll just go black. And then start going here. It should be full opacity. And be good to make sure that everything's on the right layer. So there we go. And to make sure that this is back there. And here we go. Boy. Not sure what I'm doing. I'm flailing. I just needed to add another point, and it was just like, hey, how about we don't know what to do for a sec. Okay. And that's the problem with trying to do different programs. It's like there's so much muscle memory. It's incredible just how much there really is. Of just like, because you learn the quirks of different programs as well. That's like, oh, I know exactly if I do a certain procedure, then this is what's going to happen. Or I know that if I start erasing in Flash, then it has a likelihood of corrupting and deleting everything. Or crashing. So, yeah. So, I mean, stuff like that. So, especially when just vectoring, it's like, okay, yeah, I gotta remember how this works. Just for a bit. Just takes me a bit for me to realize, like, oh, yeah. Let's do it this way instead. For some reason it likes to add points. That's the thing I'll chalk up to that being weird. Toon likes to add points. So I'll use that to my advantage sometimes if I need to. But otherwise it gets kind of annoying. Especially when it's like I need it to be, quote, low quality, or low poly, I should say. 'Cause this is high quality art here. But low poly means that I'm just having it be least amount of anchor points, or like points in the space here. So if I start like, I'm being very deliberate with the amount of points that I make, that when it automatically makes something that I wasn't prepared for, it gets a little bit annoying for me. So that's what I mean. Let's see. Let's do the eyeball. Okay. This should be fun. How much would baby a little larger? There we go. Does that look good? That looks horse. These are not connected. Ah! What in tarnation? Hup. Hup. It's not really much of a street brag, but it's like I saw it had a little 2-minute chat with the voice actors for Applejack and Rainbow Dash at like a con. I'm sure everyone else could have done it. A lot of people did, but I never really did it. They went to Everfree Northwest, which is a Seattle one, and that was really fun and really chill to like go to the famous people room, I guess. But yeah, it was fun that we got to talk for like, she was like the one that we talked to like the least amount of time, because my mom was there and she was like actually talking up and making conversation with like the other voice actors and people. And it was like, wow, like they were much more humble and like able to talk to, and like one of them brought their own kid, and like they were fun to be with. Yeah, point of story is at the end of the conversation with the Applejack lady, she did like a nice like, she said in Applejack like, nice to meet you, and then said like my real name, and it's like, oh, it's kind of creepy because it's like actually like shook me a little bit. It's like, whoa. Like, didn't expect it, and then just hearing like Applejack say it was like, it just took me like half a second to go, what? Like, it actually shook me, and it's like, whoa, Applejack said my name and I'm freaking out. But then it's like, okay, yeah, okay, and thank you for your time. Okay, move on. But yeah, That's just what I remembered. I was like, that was really fun. Okay. But yeah, the other people were like way more fun to talk to if they were much of a conversationalist and like learning about them. My mom was really interested in them too, like especially if one of them was a mom. It's like, oh, we can talk about that, you know. Yeah. Let's see. It's not much there. Let's see. That's not creepy. Alrighty, cool. Let's see. It just says this animation is quite dated. We use this animation? Ooh. Animation errors. Yeah. Need to seek me out as a bigger celebrity. I don't think so. Yeah, that was really cool. I had fun with that. I mean, I met like other people during like the rest of the con and stuff, but it's like that was really cool. Because I waited like half hour, 20 minutes for that, for like to be in that line, and then that was like the super like, for some reason I didn't hear of like anyone else like get their name, so that was really cool. Yeah, I didn't hear it, they shouldn't do for everyone. I'm not 100% sure about that, so I'm gonna take it as I'm cool. I think we talked. I think we talked like during when we talked to like the storyboarders. Like there was one storyboarder who like worked on Aggressor Girls. I asked a question. I guess I show myself as like, oh look, I'm an animator. Look at me when I'm talking to like industry people or like artistic realm people. More so than voice actors. Is like they're not gonna super appreciate most of the time. And it's like, oh yeah, like they just get to talk for a living, but I got to spend like, you know, a month like working on their lip sync for their voice. So where they just only get to say it for like 10 times or something, and then they're done, and they don't even like memorize all their lines because that's impossible. So yeah, so during like storyboarder people and like directors and stuff, is like that was really fun to it's more fun to talk with them and then say like reach out to them and say, hey, I'm an animator, you know, here's my channel. I would talk more openly about my channel to an artist person. So I don't think I even said to don't like it long. Ball, Mrs. Ball. That I was an animator or anything. Let's see. Hep. Let's get into orders. I think they were in, yeah, I think like when they were like, let's do an autograph kind of thing. They would have had to say like, what's your name, and then place it on there. So for that, I don't think they like did any voice impressions ever. Nothing impressive like with that. You know what I mean? How's that? Yep. But yeah, I was like super nervous with a lot of them. Let's get big hat. Bigger hat. Bigger hat. Bigger hat. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Okay. Good. It's not quite where we need it to be yet, but that's progress. Okay. I think I asked the storyboarder like a really weird or generic question that they weren't initially able to like understand what I meant. I was asking like, how do you make shots or like poses or, you know, compositions more dynamic? And it's like, what? I think I was looking for like, you know, if you have like two talking heads, like how do you make either the poses or whatever look more interesting or compositional, more interesting to look at, you know? Because I know them with like, I was thinking like if they do like because the director did like storyboarder for like Quester Girls, and it's like that's a lot of like human characters. So I was just wondering if they knew certain tricks, tips and tricks to get like a bunch of different characters to even if they're just talking in a room, how do you make that look interesting? So it took her a little while to like, oh, okay, to figure that out. Let's move on to Apple. But yeah, then we took like a couple minutes to like figure it out, and then on my like autograph picture, like on either on the back or somewhere, I think it's actually on the front. She drew a picture of like I think the tip was add more depth to the scene because that can make it more interesting. Sidetrack, if you have like, you know, a box and you have like two character, human. How do you make this scene more interesting if one, whoa, there you go. If one talk, how do you make this seem more interesting? Because usually when I try to make I was working on like the my chibi style, and I was just keep going into this trouble of like, well, I'm just literally just having these be full body, then be like, you know, about this size on screen, and it's like, what if there's a way to make it seem more interesting to look at? And so she came up with like, well, you can do like the over the shoulder, or like have more depth to it. So you could have like one character be more in the foreground, and then you could have one be more in the back, and then they could be talking, you know, and then behind the back, kind of a thing. It's like that's already like, oh, that's looks more cinematic and more interesting to look at than two guys talking like this. So you can do like reverse shots of this and just like literally just flip it, and it's like, whoa, the other one's talking, and you just go back and forth. So obviously I was like trying to figure that out of like, if I do that for my own cartoons, what could I do? So that was just a quick example I gave, and it's like, okay, add more depth or add more interesting camera angles. And it's like my style is so like limited that it's like I'm trying to find out if there's some easy way to add something that looks more interesting than just a generic two characters standing side by side kind of a shot. So that's what they gave me, and it's like, okay, I'll take that. I'll take anything, you know. It's not quite what I expected, but it's like, okay, maybe I kind of answer that might have helped super much, but I think it did. Nowadays, I'm not really, especially on Midnight Mirrors, I'm not super, other people in the team are storyboarders, and they're exclusively working on storyboards, so I'm not really in charge of that as much as making, like, creative decisions, but I can at least, like, look at them or review them in that sense to see, like, if something they made makes sense, you know, with my history and knowledge of movies. You know, what'll look pleasing. Apple. Okie dokie. Let's see. That's just stuff when using assets, because you need to create new poses for different angles. Yeah, I suppose for like puppeted stuff, it's like, yeah, you don't want to make every single shot become, you know, something like completely like, you know, where you're foreshortening like everything into oblivion with like something like, yeah, and then you're like whoosh, whoosh, and then you got like that. You're not gonna make like every shot into like something super dynamic like that, but at least you can do something like this, and it's like, this works, you know, maybe even more, you know, more appealing than whatever this can be, you know. So I think that's the takeaway. It works. It especially worked with budget and everything too. If that's what you're trying to say, Cookie, as well, is that don't try to push it too hard. But just a little bit more than, I was looking for something at least more interesting than what I was just working on, you know. Where I was making very, very static poses, I was just trying to liven it up, trying to figure out if there's a way to liven it up, in a sense. So, I don't know. I mean, you can tell between a derpy fishing and my chibi style. You can see like my composition and shot length, how long things go on for, and just being director kind of stuff. Let's see. Let's just check. Alrighty. Oop, I hear myself. Oop, up, oop, 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 oop. Mute myself. There we go. Just want to check to see how many guys are still here, because I only see Cookie thinking, but that's okay. They're talking here. I go pretty cartoony with this. I mean, this is already a talking apple, so it's... And it says I could make this scarily realistic. Not gonna go that route. Sorry. Especially not in this time frame. So I think we're at 40. So once I finish this vector, probably at 50, maybe to get that good, and then color it. But maybe I should be a little bit quicker. I don't know. Let's just see. Yep. Let's see. Exactly, cartoon horse. Just give the real AJ discorded eyes. Ooh. Oh. This be like a whole metaphorical image. Okay. Maybe. I'm not really into hypnosis as anything. I don't really like it as like a trope or anything. So I don't like that. So I'm not gonna do it. Hip-bye. Okay. It's got the tongue. Let's see. Teeth. There we go. I can overlap it because I know that I'll be using only the shapes in between, so like inside, so the lines themselves won't be used unless I need them. Like for the eyelashes I'll use, but anything else I won't for like actual outlines. I'm gonna be deleting the outlines if you haven't been following along with other ones. There you go. I'll use this line now because this is a detail line and I know it. Okie dokie. Let's see. What else? Eyelashes. That's what I meant to do. Boop. I listened to the Tridashy Discord song today, actually. It's good bop. Let's see. I listened to it earlier. I think someone posted it on my Discord channel. Whoa. Was that actually referenced? Or think about it. Yeah, that was good. Boop. Let's see. Bop. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. What else did I want to do? Is there anything else? Nose. Nozzle. Okay. Cool. And we got this. Nice. I'll go with that. Yeah, so she's like entranced more than being actually hypnotized by it, I suppose. We'll flip this. These are the eye shines. There we go. She's like just more dumbfounded and is like, what is this more than anything else? Let's see though. Cool. Make your heart. It's easier to take. Ah, jeez. Okay, so I got this. I can probably delete this Don't need this. Bye-bye, sketch. Boop. One more line. Okay. So I got this. Secret button is up here. Create color art from line art. Boop. So now I had nothing on the color on line art, but I got this invisible stroke. Yay. And now I can color pick or whatever I need to do to get Applejack and Apple ready to go. Oh, I should probably also flatten this. That'd be easier too. That's this button. Bop. So that was on the same as. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I was like, that's pretty deep. Okie dokie. Get rid of some of these lines. It'd probably be easier to like not have them, so not have to worry about them. Good. Clean it up. Okay. Good. I think I need that line. Okay. And then I left some of these. Should I do anime where like the eye can be seen over the leaf? The leaf will be layered on top. Should I put the eye so you can see like in this area? Should you be able to see it? Let me know about that. Otherwise I'll have it be layered underneath, and then this section will be essentially deleted. Guess I can clean that bit up. Cover the eye. Okay. So I can see it go both ways if I really want to. Let's see. We'd like to move this angle up, but I seem to not be able to. There we go. I want to stretch that up so it's not a perfect. And, oh, this should be deleted too. Up. There we go. Okay. This is what we got. This weird mess of blue and yellow dots. It's actually invisible. Okie dokie. Here we go. So I think this is actually the line, so I need a new color. And we'll get the Applejack orange, which is pretty bright. A bit orangey. That's probably pretty good. And then we can always adjust it to say like, wow, that's pretty orange. Probably more yellowy. Or I have it on my other screen, so I probably, if I can't find it, I'll have to. Ugh. It's kind of hard to find. Ugh. Yeah, we're taking it. All right. Whoops. Whoa, I found the right color. All right. Let's kind of move it up a little bit. There we go. Okay. So that's the body. And then we need actually just white for a couple of these bips. I can't see it too well. But these will be white. And then I actually need black for the pupil. For there. And then green, which it's hard to go wrong with this because it's actually a gradient. Gradient means that it goes from one color to a different color, like over time or linearly or in a circle or other kinds of shapes. Got it wrong. What is this? Whoops. Oh, it's let the pizza 725. Nice. I have it muted, so I can't really hear it. Thank you, though. Hair. Yellow. Boop. Good. Good. And it'll have its second color. Second yellow to separate it. And I need red, which I might have to reuse for the apple. We'll see. Looks weird here, but it should look pretty good here. Hat. Brown. Light brown. There we go. Boop. Thank you. Thank you. Oh boy. That's an Applejack. Hopefully. I'll go with that. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about this side. This is the messy. It shows everything, but this is this isolated part in here. Okay, so I can reuse some colors, and then we said that we only got cover the eyes, so I'll do that. So I'll have to remove these lines though. Alrighty. Good night to you. Yeah, I can make a new color, and then make it more reddish. So it's just slightly different. There you go. I have to add a stroke in between the mouth here to go, whoa! Like that, flatten it, boop. Nice, Sasha. So now I can remove that. Not everything, please. Just please give me the, oh. What happened here? Flatten. Give me a shape. Oh, okay. Let's make a new color then. It's red. Bop. Okay. Okay. Is that what I want? Import that. That's pretty good. Now we can reuse the white. Bop. Teeth. Tongue. Let's make it weird purple. Now it should be the opposite way, right? So this should be purple, and then this should be red. Yeah, there we go. These ponies have purple throats. Okay, next. Wow, that looks pretty nice. These colors look delicious somehow. Okay. This color. Boop, boop. Should make the sclera white. I think it might have some more contrast if they don't. Let's not. New green for the leaf. Boop. And we said cover, so bop. There we go. Okay, so now we got this, and we got that, and we got this, and we're nearly done. Okay. So I go to my line layer and then say which of these lines do I want to keep, or I know that I need it for like an extra detail like this ear line I would like to keep. I'll get rid of these. I don't think I need these. Like this nose line, I'll keep there. I'll keep the eyelashes, not the eyeball. No hair, no hat. So there we go. Okay. So don't like that, don't need that, don't need that. Don't need mouth. That. Keep that. Actually I will need that bip. The eyelid roundy outy. But not that. Okay. Actually I might need the mouth, which unfortunately I need to keep all of that then, because I see that this shape isn't separated, so I will need to keep this somehow like that. Okay. I think I'm thinking that's pretty good. Probably need to separate between here. So might have to go with a stroke and then just carefully hip. I don't know. Hip. I don't know. Now I can get rid of. Nope, I need to flatten it. It would have done. So now I can separate these into separate pieces and go, whoa. Separate pieces like that. Okay, cool. Okay. Fanta. I like Fanta. Maybe I should use my water I got here. Does it body good? Okay, let's see. So I need to recolor these lines. Might not need to recolor all these, but like I already got black, so that's already included there. But it will need the this and then slightly darker or more saturated to get this, that line. Whatever, let's just get the official color. There we go. Make it a little bit darker. Okay. This should be the same color. This could be the same color. Or not. This could be the same color. And these will be black. So let's make these black. Okay. So now we need to use new color for these guys. These are black. This is black. This is black. New color green. We'll color this to be this green, and then which way does it like it? Either it could be whiter or it could be darker. Darker is good. And just barely. There you go. Okay. I haven't heard of that. Boop. New color. Slightly saturated. And get these bips. Feels dark somehow. Let's figure out where it likes to be without being too visible, but not unvisible as well. Let's see. Working on it. Working on it. Actually, I could use hopefully this one. Yeah. Yeah. Did I get it? What happened here? Hello, Benson. Boop. And then just kind of do that. Hopefully that's okay. That'll be some of my little sketches. Yeah. Okie dokie. That's an Applejack. Okay. Don't know what words you're trying to say to me. Okay, dokie. I need to do the tapering, which will be the last part, and then we'll be home free. So the weird part is that I like to add these little taperings, which I said at the beginning that they just kind of go from either this rounded cap, I think they call them caps, where like the end of a line goes to like a certain shape. So this is a circle, you could have like a square one, and this is a triangle. So that just helps it so now it looks more angular, more sharp, and less generic usually. I find that the when studying like the pony style artwork, they use this a lot. Basically it's like not every line, but like a whole bunch of lines of the horses and the characters use these. Use this style that I've never really done before pony. I never really noticed it or like knew what it was, or like really had to describe what it is. But now that I know what this is like my favorite tool. It's like, yeah, it's taper. Yeah. Yeah, taper that. Let's have the endpoint be flat. Let's have the start be flat. There you go. Might be able to figure out what I want to do. I want the start to be flat and the other things to be round, and then kind of make that a little bit longer. Okay. So I can either try and fumble around with zooming in on it. And hopefully I can try and get this to be flat up against it, and then get the other part to work by moving this up. Yay. Okay. This isn't usually part of making horses, but hey, you know, because you could probably just mess with this, you know, sort of stuff without having to resort to this. If you're drawing it literally from scratch, then obviously you wouldn't be having to deal with these kind of tangents. What am I saying? Taper. And varying thickness is good too. So that'd be a little bit longer. Way long. There we go. Okay. So yeah, that kind of already makes it more. Graphic design is my passion. Alrighty. Nose Cheeto. Taper you too. Whoops, you thought you were gonna get away. Haha. Gotcha. Okay. Boop. Hip. There we go. This is the last part. I think I've done other ones where I went a little bit over. Working on this, so. Where is it? There it is. Let's see. Okay. Bah. But thanks for the reminder. That helps. Taper. See how nice that looks now? Oh, I love it. Just something about it. I don't know. It's more... less like a factory made or something, like Go Animate, you know, kind of style where it's like, ooh, look, like I put care into it or something. What? Oh boy. Bop, 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 bop. Of course, you have to do every line, so. And trying to do it at the beginning or try to do it in the middle is kind of hard. Like you don't know what really is gonna need it or what's gonna happen, so it's hard to immediately prepare for it. So to say that, I don't know why this is thick. Up. Oh, I'm using medium. There we go. It's this one. There we go. I'm going back and forth so I can see both of these at the same time and say like, okay, you need to be angled at a very particular angle there. There we go. It's also somewhat like the presets preset at a weird, not at the same thickness that you had it. So that's a little annoying. If I could somehow like remember like I was using a 7 side stroke line and then using these presets go to literally the same number that I don't know, just used, then that'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be pretty epic to have, but here we are. I'm clicking and then click the same button over and over to get that to work now. So, it's not using a preset that I just used, or like the last time I used it. It's going to a different own preset that it's making it up as it goes along. Is this one line? No. Okay. Yes, it is. It's a pony apple. Let me show you the full thing. I just need to zoom in on it. So the I'll get to it once we get these last 2 lines here. I'll describe it as best I can right for you. Okay. Just need to focus for 1 sec. There we go. Boop. There we go. Okay. So this is Applejack and pencils down. All right. Would I want to move them a little bit? You bet. Bop. I just want to move like Applejack a little bit to the left. This kind of shows that she doesn't have a bottom. Applejack's good there. And then there we go. Okay, now I'm happy. Yeah, welcome. And all right, cool. Okay. Let's see if I can get these. Get that. And there we go. Okay, okay. Yeah. Let me get some water. Hmm. Alright. Hi, guys. Alright. Whew. That was fun. Oh, yeah. So the original, let's see if I can find it. I don't remember if it was on the YouTube comments, Twitter. I put it on different places, like, each time I did it. This is the 6 fan art, challenge. So, let's see. Can't see. I need to go to just my channel, not my studio. Yeah, so when ooh, I'm live. That's right. Let's see. So I did it last time. Let's see if it's in this one. Okay. Let's see. Yes, okay. So 5 months ago, sorry for the delay. But, looks like Sweet Apple Acres is SFM commented on the original post. I was saying like, hey, give me some characters and I'll take your requests. And this is what this is. And they requested Applejack. And then they also requested, or commented later on, or better yet, Applejack. And so I took that and extrapolated it into like something that's somehow required like 2 Applejacks, because I was like, well, I requested Applejack essentially twice. So I was like, well, let's just do 2 Applejacks. And then today you saw me working on this, and I did had the chat help me figure out like what kind of Applejack the other one should be. You guys kind of chimed in. Cookie said do an Applejack. So thanks. Yeah, thanks Cookie, and you can you can take the rest of the day off. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh boy. Let's see though. This is Detroit. Okay. But I think the Green Applejack's originally because of the Grinch 2000. You know, that's so weird that might be true of Deadpool. I don't know. Because Applejacks have been around probably since like the 70s or something. So if you're saying like some green Applejacks were from the Grinch. Oh, I'm getting it. Okay, I'm getting. Yeah, I'm putting it together. Okay, and then the Grinch is green. So okay, I get you. All right. Green apple. Actually, that sounds pretty good. I had some Applejacks actually like a month ago. Where we had like these. Of course, we get all the food delivered, but we got some really small like cardboard boxes of like 1 serving size worth of cereal. So I had that, and that was really good. What a story. Okay. Oh boy. Let's see though. What else is there? If I finish all of you guys, let's see. Did I catch up? Let's see. Object show. I'll check. Great job. Thank you. Oh boy. Yeah. So next time, when we do this again next time, we'll work on the 8th, 9th, whatever you want to call it. The next one. The next one that I saw was requested. I tried to do, I guess, all of them, but I think I don't know if I missed any of them, but I think I got. Oh yeah, these were the leftovers. There was actually like 6 more that were leftovers, and then these 2 that I'll do were the leftovers. That I was like, well, I could just do the 6, and then it's like, I'm here, and I'm really excited to keep doing this. That it's like I'm having fun doing these. That's like I'm gonna do all the other ones, even if the last 2 are pony related. Because the whole point of this was to draw stuff and learn different characters, and try to do human anatomy And I try to just draw horses literally every day. So stretching that out, but now it's like, yeah, I did my 6, like I can, I feel like I'm qualified to now start on get back to horses. So that's where this came back in, to do Applejack and Applejack. So yeah. So the next time we do this will be after now that we finish this one. Next one will be Derpy, because that was actually literally requested by someone. Might be wondering why I saved that for last, but best for last and all that. You know, and especially I was also thinking like, well, I draw her practically every day, or animate her for every day. That's like, yeah. Do I need to really prove to you guys that I can draw her? So we'll be doing that next time. But yeah, I think we're good here. Any other progress? I've been working on the movie actually a little bit. I actually got some really good progress this week. Already. It's already Tuesday and I feel like I've got really good progress. I think I'm around halfway done with the shots. I'm doing them like in phases. So this will be chapter 4 of the Paper Derpy's first movie. Parts 1, 2, and 3 are on my channel. I just have to say that, I guess. But yeah, those are available. Go check those out. Catch up on the story. It literally takes you like 3 or 4 minutes. But it took me a year to make all of that. Probably like 2 or 3 years, really. But yeah, working on chapter 4. That's been actually really good and progressing. So about halfway done with the shots. But again, yeah, I'm saying that they're in phases. So that's not to say that they're ready for print yet. They're not ready for distribution. Really, I'm not happy with them completely yet because I haven't really added every single asset that I want to put in. So to say, like, you remember how like in chapter 3, they go into the city and there's a bunch of different quote civilians and other ponies, and there's one that's like carrying a bunch of delivering hay. And I added a taxi character. I added a taxi 3D model, so that's fun. But yeah, those I'm worried about those for later. But right now I'm just working on trying to literally just get the scenes ready and prepared for. I'm laying them out. I'm beginning the camera and like Derpy and any other main characters that I need. If it's the snakes or any kind of like the taxi might be important, then I'll animate that. But for any kind of like background civilian, I'll work on those after I finish. I'll do the phase of the entire. I'll go through every shot of the whole chapter in 1 minute or so, and then finish all of that. Get them prepped and ready. I know how long each shot is. I know how where the camera is. I know how many characters it could possibly be in each shot. So then, after I get that done, then I'll work on the background characters and then any kind of final cleanup, and then get that ready, and then move on to the next step. So for right now, I'm just getting those shots prepped and ready. But I got roughly 27 seconds in or so. I worked on it today, so I'm feeling pretty happy about that. That it's getting there, because I was in a really big bottleneck where things can't really happen before something important or more pivotal isn't done. So there's like the kickoff to get things rolling. I'm using secret puns. I needed something to jumpstart to get things rolling for the rest of the sequence. So without that initial push, it required a bunch of different assets and trying to workshop different things. And I've already retooled this section probably like 3 or 4 times. I don't know how many times. That I was just trying to figure out like how to get things going so I can have this. Things will eventually become like a Rube Goldberg machine where a bunch of different things fall into place and it becomes this big like whoa action set piece. But to get it going, it's like I really need to figure that out because everything else can be easy. You can do whatever you want after stuff kind of gets going. It's like whatever. Things don't have to make sense after after a while, you know. So just needed to figure that out, and that took a lot of doing, a lot of figuring out, and trial and error, and just really what I wanted, trying to figure out what exactly I wanted, and then trying to figure out like what's actually feasible, and then yeah, because I wanted the city to somewhat, I made the city in my head to be in a certain way, that well, it's like why don't we just have the city be on a slant or a hill, and then that'll just be easy to be the story reason. And it's like, well, that's why things start falling and rolling down. So it's like, well, then I started to 3D model it, and it's like, oh, this isn't really gonna work. I don't know how to do slants correctly, and it's like, how does that really work? Is that really gonna um, play well? So eventually just made the city and then kind of forgot that I need to make hills. So I just made it all flat. And then, so I made the city flat, and then it's like, well, now I forgot that I needed to be in a slant, and it's like, well, do I want to just remodel it or try to figure out how to make it into this hill? And it's like, no, I don't want to spend figuring out all of that. So that means I need to retool the beginning of the Rube Goldberg to make it actually work. So yeah. So and then different transportations to actually get it rolling as well. So a lot of that is now yeah, that's just up to like one pretty satisfying, I think, solution. But I think the execution of it isn't quite up to par. So I might need to keep fiddling and like cleaning up what I have. But I think the actual story beats of what's going on should be fairly solid. So at least I'm happy with that. And then the rest of it is already pretty. I've already worked on the shots, so at this point it's like I don't want to go back and change 20 seconds worth of already pretty solid animation just to make the first shot work better. So yeah. Hi Sunlight. Oh, that's a name that's not in the show. Incredible. That's like the combination of like it's 5 other characters in the show with that one name. Incredible. Yeah, so I'm working on it, and we'll see how it goes. Plan this week is we'll see if I can finish up the first phase of chapter 4, and then we'll see from there. So maybe when I finish phase 1, then I'll maybe do Patreon posts. I don't know. I'll definitely be posting stuff, so Patreon people will be hopefully happy. So let's see. Yeah, I just want to finish my thought with that. Let's see. Why is your phone rooms? It's because of the lectures. It's 7 channels. I think I've kind of like, I don't know how to metaphorically say about. I went through like 3 of them, and it's like they all sound out of contexty. I've viewed and watched a couple of them, of the VTubers, like the official ones, and even some people, and just watching random streams, and it's like, oh look, they're using the character VTube style model, 2D or 3D, and it's like, okay, like that's fun. I think we're already because everyone's, with the current world events, I guess it's just easier now that you can't really rely on being on your own if you're in, have roommates or something. Like, it's just easier, instead of using a green screen or something, just to literally change your face and not use a webcam just for seeing where your face is. So, let's see. I'm not gonna know the other characters. I'm not gonna know all of them. I know Gura. I know that one. I know she's the shark. And then I think I've seen all of them. I think I watched a little bit of them, or especially the ones where at the beginning they had like some collabs where they had all of them and they were introducing each other, or like being in one quote room and then talking to each other. Some icebreaker games. Those were fun. So I think I've seen the G1, all those. Yeah. I don't think I'm not like following their schedule, like trying to like catch up and anything. I'm just trying to work on my own stuff at this point. That not gonna be following them too hardly. Yeah. I guess to answer that little question is just I'm working on my own stuff. I just want to work on not be I mean, I usually get distracted no matter what, but I guess, yeah. I don't want to feel like I'm being trapped to like watching a 3-hour stream and then not getting stuff done on my end, So, oh boy. Ina is priestess. Okay. Gura, Amelia, Kali, Kiara. Oh boy. I think so, yeah. Yeah, so I want to work on my own stuff and just make sure that that's all being taken care of, especially because I'm working on Midnight Marriage, which is just a part-time job. It's like quarterly or whatever at this point. So I'm trying to get the animation, and I'm basically the director, co-director, or co-producer on it. So I need to follow up at like any moment's time and like write up a whole report to say what's been going on. So focusing on that, it makes me sound like, I don't want to watch them, or like I'm too busy, but honestly I do get kind of distracted. So I read the book that I was reading that was about careers in animation, that was saying about like how storyboard correctors were more revered, and then different job interview tips. There were in the next chapter they were like, what was it? Oh no, I lost my train of thought. Oh no, I'm sorry. Because everyone is basically becoming like freelancers, that 1 minute of like distraction can easily become a rabbit hole of like, you might spend like an hour being distracted. And if you have like an appointed job or like a real full-time job or something, if you don't have it scheduled like precisely figured out, then yeah, you'll miss an entire day of not doing work if you're not careful. So after reading that this week, I'm like, got motivated, and it's like, let's sit down and let's actually try and work, see how like challenge myself to like work as much as I can, with respect to like standing up breaks and water breaks and everything, and see how long I can work without distractions. I've been doing pretty well, so I think that I just need that little boost to say like, yeah, because that's been exactly the same boat that I've been in. That's like, oh, I can watch this 10-minute YouTube video. It's like, oh yeah, that's 10 minutes, no problem. And it's like, oh look, this is interesting. Oh look, that's a half hour. That's only like, not too long. And then I'm just watching it, and then it's like, this one's interesting. And it's like an hour long. Okay. And it's like, end up like wasting like already like 2 hours at that point. And it's like, oh, that's more valuable time, at least for on my end. That's like, I need to be as productive as possible with respect to bodily functions and any kind of health related stuff as well. So that they were also being very clear about that as well. About the 20-20-20 rule, I think. For every 20 minutes, look at 20 feet away for 20 seconds. I think one of my college teacher professors also said about that. So, yeah, just need that little boost to say, like, try to work as hard as you can, and try to schedule out and actually figure it out and say, I'm going to work from here to here and then take a break and then work from here to here and then take a break and then rest for the rest of the day. So as long as you work as much as you possibly can before you have, like, say, dinner, or before you clock out, then you'll feel good, rather than wasting 4 hours of that time watching, videos or something. So just a, like, spin-off of that, that's like, if I watch something, I'm my mental state is like, I don't want to watch anything. Like, no matter what it is. So even if it's fun or something, it's like I need to focus, to get that going. So it's hard to, like, put it on the side because I'll probably just eventually just watch it. I have, like, 3 monitors, so I can monitor everything here. But it really works with streams. I can put a bunch of different things on full screen. But yeah, I feel like if I just put it on a different screen, I'll probably just watch it anyway. So that's why I like listening to music. There's nothing visual. There's something, like, holding me down to, like, captivate my full attention. Because videos take my visual and auditory stuff that I need to, like, pay attention at least with one of those. But with audio I can, like, only listen and then just listen to some rhythms and beats and then work a little bit harder. So usually with videos, it's like some videos are very, like, visual sounding, that they're like, check this out, and then it shows something up and it's like, oh well, I'm working, and it's like, whoop, let me move my gaze over here and go, what, so those kind of stuff is not good, especially I'm like with VTubers specifically. I feel like I'll just be looking at their little puppet or their little VTube to make sure that lip sync is good, and, like, if they fall off on camera, then it looks really weird. I went to sleep. That was good. Whoop. It needs to find my face now. There we go. So, let's see though. Let me drink some more water. Yeah, I touched on if I put it in the background. Okay. This is about the signing stream archives. Singing stream archives in the background and just live stream going. Oh, interesting. Okay. I can't have English playing in the background and read at the same time. It needs to be something on its own. That's interesting too. Yeah, I like to listening to Vocaloid, Hatsune Miku, all those. Any kind of, like, J-pop is fun. That's fun. Especially now because I'm actually trying to learn Japanese. It's like I might start to, like, listen a little bit harder and then kind of, like, pick out, like, ooh, you said watashi, haha, wow. I think I know what that means, and then pick out, like, certain words out of it. So it's gonna be a little bit harder. Nowadays, that's like, oh, okay. Like, I might be getting, like, 2 words out of a song rather than none, So, yeah. Let's see. Is that a Northern Mouse? I know, even with mine, it's still a little bit off. I mean, I'm not using exact phonemes, which are, like, the different mouth shapes. Like, if I say oh, ooh, ah, oh, e, oh, oh. Yeah, you can see, like, the little oval shape shows up. To say, like, when there's an ooh, ah, oh sound. Let's see. Yeah, so mine doesn't have all the exact phonemes to, like, make it a full usual Western style animation where they have, like, 12-ish mouth shapes, or at least there's, like, 15 in usual Pony, of like the general mouths. That's only for smiling as well. You would have a duplicate for like frowning. With VTube, it depends. Obviously, you get what you put into it. You get what you put you get out of it what you put into it. So, if you put in a bunch of different mouth shapes, like I really only put like 2 or 3 different mouth sizes, and then an O shape. So, for me, it's like it's okay if like the lip sync itself, like the actual like, oh, I said a C, but I don't see a C shape, then that to me as an animator is like that I can like look at it and go, that's wrong, because I'd be like, so that's my job, is to make sure that the mouth shape is exactly perfect, so at least I get upset when it's a little bit off. So yeah, it's not perfect. I'm sure there's be like some, even with my character, I think if I do this button, yeah, you can see like these are my controls. Live output, lip sync. This is lip sync controls, is that they have certain buttons here for Visme detection. That's the phenoms. I think Visme is the same as a phenom, where it's the different mouth shapes, like the O versus an L versus a F versus an A or an sis. Those are all the variations of mouth shapes. And then camera based muting. If it hears different sounds, then it might detect them. And my version, and then auto-based muting. I guess there's another thing. So, well, at least with this program, Adobe Character Animator, you're able to do somewhat a little bit fiddling with this to get it to look a little bit good. I think, yeah, down here it says latency. There's a 30. That sets up how many milliseconds to get lower latency for lower numbers. So you can play around with this. So yeah, there are options to at least make it better, but yeah, it'll never be exactly perfect because there always needs to be that slight like electronic pulse time to get it, so the program can immediately figure out, oh, you just did an sound. Let me figure out what that code means to like figure out like, okay, the puppet needs to make this mouth shape and then display it, so that can take like the 30 milliseconds that I set it to. So it'll never be like perfectly perfect. That's what I mean with that. So, but there are options to at least lower the amount of delay time. So yeah. Yeah, I'm very impressed with like the I almost say vocal, like the VTuber ones where they have but they're using a different program, so they have different options. Adobe Character Animator is almost like more flash based rather than smoothly tweening between different. Like I can't really move my head back and forth as much as they can, which I tried, but it didn't really work out. So, or people were saying like it's weird. So yeah, I have that limitation. So, but anyway, I can bounce up and down, so that's fun. Let's see though. I have so much. I only have how much the mouth is open or closed. Shapes is fine by when emotion issues. But yeah, I don't really have that as well. I was thinking of having an alternate mouth library, so I can have that that frown version. I haven't implemented that yet, which would basically just be the smile, but just upside down. But I never had a reason to use it, so yeah. Exactly. I use Live 2D. I've heard other ones. What were the other ones? Well, I guess just using. There's a whole bunch of like programs that have webcam based face tracking with avatars, animes and face me and VC me. I mean, yeah, there's a whole bunch. So, let's see. I think those were 2D ones. Or no, some of those can do 3D. These, I mean, there's also like the VR looking ones where there's full body tracking. And those ones are cool. And we're getting to a point where it's just like, wait, why are we using this much technology? And it's like, can't you just, I don't know, be yourself? I don't know. In a sense, that's like, well, you're already like tracking literally every like joint in your body. If you can like do to like the pinky sized joints, it's like, yeah, you can't like really, if you're not like the same body shape or whatever. But like most of the time, they're just usually like anime girls. So it's like if you're also that kind of body shape, it's like, okay, just put on some cosplay and then it'll just be you. So, but we want, 3D or 2D girls. I don't know. This is getting weird. And see, look, yeah, we've definitely found into a weird rabbit hole of all life. Thank you, Little Shy. Goodbye. I'll probably wrap up soon, so you probably won't miss too much. Hopefully. No, but thank you. Let's see. Hololive has its own app at the iPhone. I don't have iPhone, but I think I got an app for it. I can check real quick. What was I using? Oh, was it Live? I think it was Live 2D. That was like that. Let me just check. I'm using my phone. Oh, did I delete it? Probably. 2D. Yeah, I remember using it. Remember there is an Android version of something like that. I think most of the times those ones were really weird. I tried using it. I think it was Live 2D phone app, and I think it needed to be somehow connected to a computer. So like the syncing of that, of like, oh, you need to set up a server or something. You need a password and like some kind of connector, where it used a phone as the webcam and then connect to the desktop to be able to use it for any kind of desktop purposes. And it's just like, man, that's like 10 hoops. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's see. So, oh, okay, gotcha. If something happens on their end, then you can see that error. Interesting. Okay. Let's see though. Let me get some more water. Oops. That I almost punched it over. Okay. Well. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I tried using it, and it's just like, I think was it Temmie or yeah, that I think that kind of got me into it more than the VTubers, or at least the VTubers plus like if Temmie was using it, it's like, okay, I at least I've done this in the past, like I've done the April Fools like a couple years ago. That it's like I already had this like as a base. That's like, oh, I can. This is how I got into it. It's like, oh, I can do this too, So, if you're wondering, my I stopped using my real face because I'm not always prepared for it, or like not really looking to business like, and especially now it's like my hair is very long. I haven't had a haircut in like 2.5 years or more, so not. I'd like to probably get that cut first, at least styled in some way, if I was to go back, so and show my face. But at least for now, I'm gonna continue with this, and I like having a little cute Derpy. Temmie, I think it's Temmie. Her avatar is like the Undertale like shopkeeper. So I watched that occasionally. I watched like one of the Donkey Kong ones for like 10 minutes, and then I was like, okay, got it. Then I moved on and tried to work on my own stuff. So, but here we are. We're so close. To getting chapter 4 is good production. Midnight is, I don't know, it goes in and out. But anyway, I think I should probably wrap it up, as I alluded to. So thank you so much. We'll continue with this. Next time. So next stream is going to be the Thursday. So in 2 days, and then 4 p.m. PST or 7 p.m. EST. I'm hungry, so that's why I'm wrapping up now. I think we're good. Alrighty. So tune in to done, and alrighty. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. I'll do my hug. Can't do this with a Hololive character. I guess you could. I mean, I'm sure you could like build like separate triggers or something, but can't do this, or you can't like add a hat like mid-range of a stream. So that's just what the character animator is good for, is that you can like progressively add stuff onto it. But anyway, thank you guys. Okay, yeah, I'll stop. Thank you. Ooh, got big hand movement. Yeah, alrighty. Thank you. Tune in next time. Thank you.